All right. Well, getting back to it, who knows? I was up to like 8 subscribers, but had to do the duty, put the kids in bed. They're all tucked in. So now my plan is to press on, maybe finish up this level. I'm not this level, this character, get all the way through 15. I don't know if I'll get there tonight or not. Actually getting cold in here. Let me turn on a heater real quick. All right, so far I am enjoying this class. Interested to get to level 12 and get another turret and see how that changes the dynamic of the class. Let me bring up the chat here. And yeah, so hopefully we'll get some subscribers back because we had a nice little conversation going on before I had to go. I thought it was going to be longer. Otherwise, I would have just let the stream go. Here's one of those dogs. Still on the hunt to find all the dogs and pet them and see if they do anything, but I haven't really taken the time to have one character roam around the city looking for them yet. I think that's what it'll take. And maybe they don't do anything, otherwise others would have probably already found it. I think this is a little loud for me. Thought that changed. There we go. Stun. Not the greatest stun in the world, but it definitely comes in handy when soloing. Isn't that what I was supposed to kill? Boy, what's going on? Is the game lagging or something? Change my active quest again. Actually, I'm going to delete that green quest for now. Let's get in here. Hopefully I can get that back later. Kill the cultist. What did that do? Avoid my shot? I think it did. I think I started this guy with 20 potions from my other character. And as you can see, he's currently sitting at 17 at level 10. I do find past level 10 is about where classes start to really have to start to use more potions. I think you start to run into more and more level 12s or higher level stuff. Or level skulls to two skulls. Sorry. Um, and so you start taking a lot more damage. Plus, the armor is kind of starting to get, I'm in level 3 armor, fighting level 10 stuff, so that's going to play a factor. I'll turn this in real quick. Keep pressing on, always pressing on. Let's see. This guy's always hiding around this corner here. Already halfway through level 10. So levels go pretty fast. I assume they're going to slow down quite a bit later on. Otherwise, and that's, that's how Celtic Heroes was or is. Completely different game. And actually, VR didn't make the game initially, so they're not really responsible for the leveling curve. But most MMOs, you start out fast. They give you a lot of levels early on, give people that hook that keeps them playing, and then it starts to slow down after that as they need to spread it out a little bit, give them time to make more content. I think those guns have about the same amount of range as the Shadow Warriors with a bow. Starting to hit pretty hard with that pistol. 200s. It's not bad. 211. Oh, every time. I think this is like the 6th class, maybe 7th I've leveled, and I've run past this thing every single time. Alright. I'm going to have to backtrack here in a second. I believe this is a fast travel spot. Let's get this. This is that weird quest where they have you fight this guy. Got one person back. I'm not sure who joined. Hopefully we get some of the old crew back that was watching me before, because really interesting conversation. Okay, I guess I'm done with that one. And I think we got to backtrack again. Yep. So back to this fast travel to turn in. Garrett Square. Okay, I haven't been there yet, so I haven't unlocked the fast travel, so we gotta hoof it, which is always fun with the dwarf. Those stubby legs. Yeah, we'll kill some stuff on the way, see how much experience it gives us. Hey, Cammy14. You know what? I like it so far. So we talked a lot about that, in my when I did the stream half an hour ago for the first 10 levels. I would say I would compare the gameplay to the Witch Hunter the most so far, with the extra added play element of the turrets. Oh, I thought I was the low on hit points. Um, I like it better than the Shadow Warrior that I played. I played that as a bow spec. Um, haven't leveled one with a sword spec yet. Maybe I'll do that depending on when they come out with more content. But boy, where am I? Am I going the wrong way here? Getting into some real low level stuff. Got to pay attention to what I'm doing. Oh, totally the wrong way. Um, so very similar to the Witch Hunter, as I was saying. I really like the Witch Hunter, but because this class plays similar to that, but then also has the added benefit of the turrets, I think I prefer this class. Now, the Witch Hunter has a really interesting mechanic called Mark that it's kind of going to be hard to explore now, at least until we can get more levels and get more skill points or ability points. Um, but no issue with leveling the engineers so far. Of course, I'm only level 10. Actually, I guess I just got 11. Um, chugging through the levels pretty quick. Haven't had any troubles killing any 3 stars I've come across so far, nor any trouble with groups of people if you have to kill a group of people for quests. They've got the turret and they've got the stun that they can pull out for those hard mobs and those multi mob fights. I went down the path that specializes in the turrets, so I'm interested. The first one you get is a taunt turret, or a shield turret rather, that basically taunts and takes damage for you. So I'm really interested to get that. I believe at level 12, and see how that affects the leveling of the character. Also interested to see, as you get multiple turret skills, how that factors in, how many you can lay down at once, those kind of things. I've been told typically you can only lay down 2 at a time because of the cooldown. But I don't know if that means, once you're waiting for the actual cooldown of that, let's say I lay a shield turret down, it's got a cooldown of 30 seconds, but it only lasts 15. Maybe I can lay down another one in between that. So it reminds me a little bit, potentially, depending how the mechanic works, and I don't know yet until I get there, of the Bard in EverQuest, where you could do what was called twisting and keep. It's not completely similar, but you could basically keep multiple skills up at one time by just alternating between them. But it really can add a really nice mechanic. Yeah, I believe Cammy. People that are asking, "Hey, what class should I play?" It's too early to tell. I can't think of a single MMO I played in the last 20 years to where if you took the first 15 levels and then tried to guess who was going to be the best class at certain things later on in the game, that it would be anywhere close to correct. I want to make sure I'm going the right place. I'm not. I'm wasting my time here. Alright, if I could stop getting attacked, I might be able to... There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick stat up. Not spending any more ability points right now. I might end up putting my last 5 in quick shot, but I'm going to see. And I'm actually going to start saving these as well. Definitely going to maximize my weapon damage and offensive turret power. I have been putting it in this one as well, but I want to see how many hit points I need. I don't want to leave myself short later on in the game. So we're level 11. Second part of my 2-part stream. Hopefully I can level this guy out at 15 tonight. Stay focused. Key is to not die. You know, you got that extra. Great, Cammy. That's the point. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully you're enjoying them. I've made videos in the past, you know, from Celtic Heroes, but never really went live before until this game. So I'm definitely getting used to the talking. Trying to, you know, sometimes I'm talking to myself. Quite honestly, I'll look over and there's nobody watching the stream, but I know people do watch the recording. In that first 10 levels, that recording is up already, so you can feel free to check that out later if you want. And if you have any other questions about the game or any other classes, this is actually the last class I haven't played yet. Now, of course, I can't answer all questions because there's certain specs I haven't done yet. Oh, there's a crash. So, yeah, if you have any questions, now is a good time to ask. It's going to take me a couple minutes to get back into the game. These crashes, they're happening. I don't blame the game for 2 reasons. One, it's soft launch, right? So they said, hey, it's going to be buggy. No issue there. I've been in a lot of betas. I understand that. I'm also playing on BlueStacks, which is an Android emulator. So, you know, that's not really supported. But right now, it's the only way I can play the game because I'm an iOS guy. So every time I crash, it takes a couple minutes to get back in because the character's got a timeout. Could try. Nope. Thought maybe if I tried to force it to another character, it would make it faster. Typically, when this happens and I'm in a combat zone, I log in and I hear ARG and I'm dead. And then I have to go repair. And then it's wasted 10 minutes of my life. Which, again, if it was in production, then I'd complain, but it's not, so can't do anything about it. All right, up to 4 people now. It might be including myself. Hey, Luke, welcome back. You're not late. You know what we're going to talk about. That's what I'm not sure about, Lima, for sure. But at the same point, the one stat says, "Oh, I heard arg." Yep. Oh. Do we have to repair? No, we don't have to repair yet. So we're not going to, but that is just a killer when you die like that for no reason. I'm gonna do the jewel heist real quick. So if we look at the stats, this is increasing on step, increasing physical damage dealt and offensive turret power. I put a lot of points in focus, increases the effectiveness of your utility turrets, which I assume are things like the shield turret and whatnot. So maybe it's given a higher percentage of my hit points. So, you know, really a lot of studying is going to need to be done where people are doing comparisons and hey, if I've got my wounds and my hit points at X, here's how much my turret takes as far as hit points. If I go all the way focus, here's how much. But I think that's gonna not happen most likely until people can restat without starting a new character. Yeah, it might Lima, but I don't know. I mean that having a what's basically amounts to a pet be the main tank. Oh, off tank. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it could be for sure. Especially once people figure out the balance of the stats and how it affects. I am definitely feeling right now a little light in hit points, but I am not going to add until I get my turret. I do wish you could pick that turret up and move it though, or that it followed you around would be cool. Very wasteful a lot of the times in these early levels. You lay it down and it's out of range very quickly. Yeah, just like the Witch Hunter, this is level a little bit past level 10 is where I definitely found that I was going through more health potions, but still positive. I think last time I looked at level I was at 17. I've been using them more, and now I'm at 23. So they're dropping more as well. Hopefully, health and energy potions dropping on mobs is going to be a thing throughout the game that you because it seems like it's built in that almost every class needs them, and so hopefully they don't put that behind a paywall. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, but you just never know. Nope. See, like that engineer is pissed because I took the one mob. She dropped her turret. It'd be really nice if you could pull it with you. I need these jewelry mobs. Back this way. Yeah. Which turret are you using? Are you using the first one you get? the one that fires the guns. I definitely would say that's a physical turret. But yeah, I don't know either. I don't really want to stop here and look, um, see if there's anything that it says on the descriptions. Do they say the descriptions? Do they mention if it's utility or not? There's a lot of stuff on me right now. I handled those pretty well, I'd say. Pretty happy with that. It'd be super nice when I have a taunt turret coming up here in 25% experience. So maybe 5 minutes or so. Hopefully it'll say how much one thing I like about this game is like with the Warrior Priest, it tells you how many hit points the shield is, the Righteous Shield is gonna absorb, and then it goes down as it's being used. You always know. A lot of games won't do that. It just kind of wears off when it wears off. So I'm hoping the shielding turret here does the same thing. That way you know when you're going to start to take the damage. And I imagine you'll be able to chain them together, like start with the shielding turret and the weapon turret, then throw down a taunt turret later on. And then, depending on cooldowns, head right back to the shielding turret for some pretty good combos. Go this way and see if Jewelry Boss is up. Really good damage with that first pistol shot. Nope. No Jewelry Boss. There's the level. Definitely no issue with energy. At least right now. We'll see when I get more turrets. Run up. It's a safe area, and then we'll get that other turret. First class, I feel like I'm going to want more hotbar spots on the same screen in the first 15 levels. I feel like the game should yell something like finish him when somebody's walking away and you shoot him in the back. I believe this is a safe area. So let's see what we get at level 12 here. We got some stats. I'm going to kick that up a little bit. Save those other ones for now. Construct a shield wall. 30-second cooldown, costs 22, which is a lot of energy. Turret stats 60% of your stats, which isn't bad. I mean, I'm not typically losing more than 60% of my hit points. Turret duration 15 seconds. And the damage it does goes back to the attacker. Put that there. Now we have to go to this screen for our hit points. I signed a button, right? Yep. I have a feeling my mana usage is going to go way up. Let's use him right. Both. This guy's not going to stay up long enough to even tell anything. Let's go right. Let's go right for the jugular here, right? Oh, wow, that taunt is quick too. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. And you can have two up at once. Oh, I like that. Let's play around with that guy some more. So hit him for 76, 124, 148, 110. Now he's breaking down. That could be worth putting some points in. Now, the only thing I didn't necessarily see is it reflecting the damage. So it's not reflecting a lot of damage. So he's hitting for 122 and it's doing 8 damage. So I think that's what upgrading the skill does. Let's look at that description one more time. I might have to put some points in it. Let's see. So extends turret duration by 5 seconds, increase turret stats by 10%. Reflects income damage to its attackers. Can definitely be pretty tanky if you put some points into it. Another 5% health to turrets. Upgrade turret. Construct a taunting turret, focus turret. This is level 20, not even worth looking at. What's a bits box? I'm not sure what that means, but I'm liking the taunting turret. Whoops, didn't mean to throw that down. Yes, I will get the supplies really quick. This does not feel like the fastest way to do this. Definitely need to get to a vendor soon. I'm overburdened, so my little dwarf stubby legs are not running quite as fast as they should be. Well, it definitely does a good job at taunting. I mean, nothing's really hitting me when that thing is up. Honestly, I think it's better than the warrior priest shield, especially considering I put almost nothing into wounds. I wonder if they get a heal turret later on. That'd be even cooler. All right, we got 5 people watching. Anybody got any questions? Anything that we can be talking about while I grind these levels out? I'd like to find a 3-star mob, 4-star, something like that. Try that out and all right, new fast travel there, right? Always good to have that one. And we are going to travel here. So I can sell. If anybody watching knows where the oh, I think this is the engineer vendor right here. Yep. Doubt. No, that's the rifle. Unlikely any of this stuff is an upgrade. I don't want a -3 on wounds. I will buy this to just keep in my inventory. Let me just make sure there's not anyone better. Let's play a little roulette here. When's the next reset? 15 minutes. We're going to buy some stuff, some low-level stuff. See what pops up. One more damage than my legendary there, but it lose a lot of focus, wounds, and weapon skills, so no good. Just do a couple more. Nothing. Can't get anything good. +1 armor is not bad. We'll try and head back here in 15 minutes or so. Alright, and then we'll hit this vendor. Sell all this useless stuff that is weighing me down. That I want to keep. It's a rifle, I don't need that. Ugh, inventory maintenance. So mundane. I wish there was like an auto sell feature where you could just say I want to sell everything under a certain level or something. Or a certain gear level. Alright, almost done. Yeah, junk tab would be cool. As long as you can sell it. I mean, I don't want to just give it away. I mean, at least right now, later on, if at later levels they're still dropping this same kind of stuff, then nobody's going to want it. It's not going to be worth carrying around for a couple silver when mobs are dropping gold. Fight our way back through here. Yeah, so that was 3 mobs. That thing is still up, still kicking. Took all the damage. Besides, I think they got 1 shot off before it taunted. And it's almost ready to go again. The cooldown is not... Whoops, I did not mean to launch that. Cooldown is not bad on it at all. And energy-wise, I seem okay. But you really can't jump off of anything in this game. Everything's got invisible collision walls. Love to see legendary hammer and legendary pistol. See what kind of damage that combo does. Almost to level 13. And there's a couple quests coming up that are pretty quick experience. Dive right in on these guys here. Just a lot of options with this guy to mow through people, I gotta say. You can just straight up DPS them. You can throw that stun in once every 60 seconds, get your little taunt on, or shield turret. And there's a level 20, there's a turret that says upgrade turret, taunt. I don't know if that's the same turret and it just is adding skills or what. But I'm all about these things becoming more powerful because they're already really good. Look at it just take the hits. Boom! I think I could have taken on 3 mobs there. Nope, I don't want to fight him yet. Hell with you. Let's see, did it give me that linen? And 1 more bolt of linen. No, fresh water. I gotta say, I don't think I've been able to tear through mobs like that with anybody but the Archmage without feeling like I might die. Warrior Priest, tank mode, I would say sure. But definitely would take a lot longer to kill. Check those hit points. Boom. all the way back here. So turn in over here. Get him. Get him, shield. Ugh, come on. Number 3, I think. Number 3. At least my, that was a bad area too. My taunt turret was up, but it's not going to be up for long, and that is all going to respawn. And probably, most likely, almost guaranteed, kill me when I log in. Because the respawn is definitely faster than the timeout. Yeah, I would agree, Luke. And now you didn't go down this path though, right? You didn't go down the turret path. I know you said you were a rifle, but I can't remember if you said if you went down the turret path or not. I think I'm definitely gonna be dead. And if I'm dead, a repair is a guaranteed necessity after 3 deaths. Wait for it. Arr, let's hear it. And do you feel like you're killing a lot faster than I am? What level is your engineer now? Have you been playing as I've been playing? I know we were both 3 when I started. $13. Nice. Yeah, I like this path a lot so far. Get rid of these 3 lines. They're not needed. So you're like throwing bombs at people and stuff? That's pretty cool though. I just saw that other character just do that. Oh no. Health, health, health. Whew. Those close ones when I don't pay attention. I don't drop my trusty turret. Sorry, water gun. Ooh, this will be a good spot. I'm going to run and gun in here. We're going to aggro all this, I think. My turret up. My gun turret's not up yet, though. Here it comes. Let's see what happens. Boom, boom. Oh, it didn't lay down my gun. Killed my turret. Boom. Decimation. Probably would have went faster too if I didn't. I could use some more hit points though, I think. Yeah. I think I'm going to put some stats into hit points. Let's do that now real quick. Which does one give me? So 528. 20 hit points per. So I go up another 100. Yeah, let's balance that out. Should give my turret some more survivability. Ooh. This will be a good test too. Good. This guy let me build up some stuff. We're gonna go boom, boom. Oh, my turret didn't go down. Did my turret never go down? Huh. It's weird. Oh, I need more scarves. Coming in hot here again. Yes, turret took all three of those guys like a champ. All wounds could be pretty crazy with that turret. Get up to like 1,500 hit point. Your turret's got about 1,000, and then you've got your 1,500. Hey Nando, what's going on? Just messing with this engineer. Definitely digging it. Went down the turret path. I got my shield turret that is just doing great things for me. I throw that guy down. Takes all the hits for me. Throw my weapon turret down. This guy, I feel like he's doing AoE damage or something. Oh man, I got a damaged weapon. I might have to abort. I can't kill this guy with no pistol. We're aborting. No pistol. Run for it. I Yeah, I don't know if I'd go half and half. I'd go all weapons and wounds. I think weapons is gonna give it's gonna give more damage to both your weapon based turrets and all of your pistols and your hammer. So that's your main DPS. But I don't think we're really gonna be able to tell anything until we can restat and actually somebody who's probably not gonna be me spends the time calculating out how many hit points it has with full wounds. Yeah, the turret's really fun. Unfortunately, well, wait. Let's see what's broken because if it's my weapon, depending on which weapon it is, I might be able to switch it out. Oh, both weapons. That's a rifle. That's not going to do me any good. So I've got to take a timeout here. Go to the blacksmith. Yeah, give me just a second. Let me teleport here. Let me repair first. That way you can see my damage as well. It'd be interesting also to duel a mage with the engineer with that turret. You figure if you deploy that first, all of the mages, at least first spell, if not the first couple, I think. Well, I don't know. It'll be interesting in duel if it's actually absorbing anything because of taunt. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure. All right. So my stats, Nando. So so I started out always on maxing weapon. You know, increases physical damage dealt with both my pistol and my hammer, I think, and offensive turret power, which is the one you use all the time. Then I was maxing out focus, which increases the effectiveness of your utility turrets, which is now my shield turret. It's the only one I have. Slightly increases physical damage dealt, so it's doing some damage there as well. And then I decided I didn't have enough hit points, so I started to put some in wounds, which I'm probably going to finish up going all weapon and all wounds to really get that turret a little bit more health and effectiveness. But 588 hit points, 132 energy, which is fine. Armor 45, weapon damage 87, and then the factions. And so far, I've put everything in aim shot, and I most likely I'm going to do another 15% in aim shot. But I'm really going to give a good look at everything before I do that. I didn't go down the buckshot route. Never put points in that. So what is it? It's 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2 is 3. Another 3 is 6. So I could get the first two levels of this. Extends the turret duration by 5 seconds. Increases turret stats by 10%. I don't think it's going to be needed. So let me port here, and then I lost my YouTube window. I don't remember where I have to go next. There's my YouTube window. I mean, 60% of 588 is what, a little bit over 300. It sure seems like that thing's taking a lot more than 300 damage. So focus, the focus modifier must be doing something. Oh, went to the wrong. I'll go kill these guys real quick. Back up to full run speed. Let's check this lady out. Kill this guy. I think I might only need one kill. Yeah, I don't think I would have died either except for the crashes. Well, there was one death. We had about 8 people watching the stream earlier, and we were having some good conversation, and I kind of stopped paying attention to my health and went into a fight with a sliver of health. And I did die there, but I don't think I died on my Archmage except for on a crash. That's what I like to do here. Just come in, fire it all down. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. No, that's getting a little crazy. My little gun turret over there just killing people. These things just killed that guy by themselves. Alright, we're going to let those cool down, and then we're just going to charge these guys. Yep, they're both up. We're going right in the middle. That thing's still taking hits. Now, I took some damage there, too. I think I'm getting hit by either first round hits, or maybe some of them have like AoE type skills or frontal attack skills. So I'm definitely getting hit by something. Still fun though, super fun to just charge in. Throw caution to the wind and just say hell with it. My little buddy's got me, like I'm gonna do it again. Throw that guy down. So fun. So ready? Ready? So this time we're jumping. Tone it down. And look at the mana. I mean, I'm not using potions. Sometimes these things don't want to deploy, though. I don't know why. That guy's still back there ready to take hits. Geronimo! I gotta say, I may have found my new class. Hell with tanking. I think this thing is gonna have some really fun builds. Be able to solo a lot of stuff that other classes won't be able to. And it's just fun. It is just fun. Oh, I do want to get more evidence. I just want to keep pressing on. Check some ring bosses on my way out of town here. Now, see, sometimes they don't deploy, though. I wonder if I have to wait for them to deploy before I hit an auto attack. Why does this guy have so many darn hit points? I didn't need to put that down. Still going through these light heal potions pretty fast, but really haven't been in danger of dying, and that's the most important thing. Also running around in level 3 armor. Going. Fun on this guy. Nope. Actually, no, there's my level 13 hammer. I gotta equip that guy. Forgot about him. Just get overburdened so quick. It's all the same junk. So I started with 1 gold, bought all the starting gear, had to repair once, still at 2 gold. So about a net positive of 1 gold, which is pretty good. Let's equip that weapon. Yes, I will take plus 27 for sure. Where is this guy? To go out and around. Hiding. Hiding in the shadows. Clear the square. Good. This should be fun. The square is always a pretty busy place. Maybe we'll get lucky with the jewelry boss guy in here. No, I don't want a group. Not currently, Nomad. My hammer swings are doing a ton more damage now with that weapon. I'm gonna jump right in here. Drop. Drop. Yeah, hammered swings went from like 50 to 60s all the way up to over 100. So that's nice. It's funny, I'm somewhat careful with most classes in this area at this level. Very easy to get overwhelmed. Too many tools in the tool belt though for this guy. Alright, now if I could just remember how to get out of here. Ugh! Crashes are coming way more often than I want. I'm gonna get these levels, be done with this guy. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next though after this. Because I've leveled every class once, Warrior Priest twice. I did unfortunately make the mistake of deleting my Warrior Priest healer spec before I started making new Gmail accounts to get another 2 character slots. So for all the characters I made except for that one, I still have them accessible. So if they unlock new content and I get through it, I'll be able to start playing the different classes. We'll see. I may start with Engineer when they add some new levels. I may play Engineer in the release. I don't think it'll be a common class, which would be good. I think Archmage, as much as I like it and it's fun, it's going to be way overused. So endgame, it's going to be a battle for gear for sure. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't want that to come up. How do I get out of this screen? Man, I might have to reboot. I've never had that happen before. Well, I guess when you are on an emulator, do not hit that sign in as Apple button, because it is kind of foobarred, this emulator. So, apologies for the delay. We're going to have to do a full reboot here. Get this guy going again. Back up to 8 people. Hey, say hello in the stream if you're watching. I'm just doing a quick reboot after a crash. So I'll be back in game here in another minute or so. Engineer is currently level 13. Went down the turret path, and I gotta say, possibly the most fun class I've played down the turret path. Archmage, super fun. Uh, this guy is just able to run into, a swarm of 3, 4 mobs and come out smiling. And I'm sure I don't have him spec'd optimally as far as the stats go, but still logged in. I'm probably gonna be dead. I've been logged in this long. For sure gonna be dead, and hopefully we don't have to repair again. So stick around. I'm gonna finish this guy up hopefully tonight. Get to level 15 as soon as I can get back into the game. Finish the storyline quest. Typically when I finish a storyline quest, I'm level 14, and I have a little bit of grinding to do on mobs, but that's okay because I wouldn't mind grinding the gate mobs a little bit with this guy, see how he fares against some of the level 3s that hit pretty hard there. Level 2s. It'll all depend on how many people are there. If I grind there, go grind on some lower level stuff. Alright, hopefully we can finish this up. Hey, what's up, Luke? I have crashed a couple more times, if you've been watching. And, oh, I heard it, so I'm dead. Well, at least I got a free ride back to where I needed to go anyway. Turn in both these quests. Come on, stubby leg dwarf. Faster. $116 experience for this next turn in. I think this is the quest chain that gives some pretty quick experience. Are you level 14 now on your guy? Or still 13? only class so far where I've wished groups or wish things were more grouped up. We're running in here. Running and gunning. Here we go. Whoosh. Who said jump was useless? Got to be able to jump in for effect. Nice. Yeah, the crashes have done me in a little bit as far as leveling efficiency. I can't believe how little energy this guy uses. I mean, I feel like I'm spamming skills constantly. And I haven't used a energy potion in I don't know how long. I'm about 40% through 13. Are you done, Luke, with all the quests, or are you still doing some? Turn this in first. Oh, woo. Hit the wrong button there. Back up to 22 potions. It goes down to 15 at one point. Hey Noodles, nice to see you. Subscribe if you're not. Subscribe and if you want to. Um, I've already done 1 through 10, so that recording should be up. So I'm, as you can see, level 13 now, and I'm turret spec'd. So we're gonna throw down that guy and this guy. So I've got a shield turret. Oh, it went through that pretty quick. Oh, that was a lot quicker than I thought. These guys hit hard. We're gonna try that again with a different tactic. Those guys hit a little bit harder than I expected, so we are definitely going to do a different tactic when we refight them. Get them next time, because I don't want to have to go repair. Of course, I do have the resurrection trauma. Yeah, so as I was saying, I've got the 2 turrets, the damage turret, and then a shield turret, which is based on 60% of my hit points. So let's see, we got Boris Goon. How much does the resurrection sickness actually take off? Oh, and I've got stats to use too. Yeah, the Archmage. He is pretty fun. Huh. Guy went and... I'm gonna die again. Man, these guys hit hard. Alright. I probably should not have done that with Resurrection Trauma. I guess that only takes away my energy. This fight may be a reason to go full wounds and weapons and stay out of the focus. Yeah, no, I know I could probably pull them one by one, Luke. It's the first thing I haven't been able to just charge in. So I wanted to try it a second time. But these guys hit way harder than anything else. They're smashing through that shield turret. And the problem is it's a taunt, right? So I'm gonna need to pull back once I'm not even in the right place. Standing here. Oh yeah, I guess I am. Did I get it? I think I may have killed Boris. So here I ran all this way again. I think I already killed Boris. So we're gonna press on to the next area. I also probably could have led with a stun. That way, it's one less person doing damage. Just bad tactics. Blame it on the lateness. Yeah, but if you start over, Luke, I might too. Or maybe this last level, maybe I'll pump it all into wounds. But I think I'd like to see what a full wounds, full weapon build does. It's easy, Noodles. I'll talk about it, but I'm not gonna make a video to show it. Um, are you? Do you have an Android device, or are you playing on an emulator? I use this EUT VPN, and all you need it for is just to download the game. Uh, use the Philippines server. Um, download the game. Sometimes you got to clear the cache on your device or on the Google Play Store. Yeah, BlueStacks. That's what I use. Works great. You crash sometimes. Could be the game since it's in soft launch. Could be the emulator, but either way, it's not terrible, and at least you get to play. And what I've done is every 2 characters, I'll make a new Gmail account, and then I'll clone the instance of BlueStacks. So when you can basically clone an instance, and then I change out on that next instance the account, and so basically that way I can log into all the characters I've played before with just the two character slots they give you. Getting close to 14. And just the final grind. No jewelry boss. I played War of the Kings. I think Luke did as well. Very, very similar game to uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Crusaders of Lights. World of Kings was. I really enjoyed it, but it got a little grindy, I guess I'm gonna say. Pumping some focus or some wounds up now. Hey, Clayton. Um, but yeah, I liked World of Kings because it was one of those games, just like Crusaders of Light, where if you missed a day, you felt like you didn't get your dailies done. You were just falling behind and could never catch up. And that kind of pace is fun for a little while for me, but then I got too many responsibilities with work, kids, wife, other hobbies that I just couldn't keep up. And the people who could do that all day long, and also the people who were spending cash, were just way ahead of everybody else. Did you ever play Crusaders of Light, Noodles? Oh, Sir Seller, you did as well, or Clayton? Best thing about Crusaders of Light was the survival mode. I talked about it on my stream yesterday a little bit. You guys familiar with survival mode in Crusaders? So survival mode was like a mini game within Crusaders of Light, and Crusaders of Light was came out before World of Kings. Um, both of them are really good mobile MMOs. I mean, really complete MMOs. Crusaders of Light even had more content than World of Kings. But survival mode was you would queue up. Typically, it'd be like 40 people, and it was a battle royale type game. So everybody zoned in naked, and then you ran around and you picked up equipment. Different equipment gave you different skills. So you started with no equipment, no armor, no weapons, no skills, and you went and picked this stuff up, and then you fought to the death. So it had the circle that came in. That if you stayed outside of it, you would die, start losing hit points. Yeah, I still play Celtic Heroes pretty much daily. Um, It'll be interesting to see where this game ends up in regards to how similar it ends up being compared to Celtic Heroes. There's a lot of mechanics I think they could be taking from Celtic Heroes. And I did a whole video on. Oh, can you believe it? Another crash. I don't know if I'm clicking too much. Maybe I'm clicking too much. Maybe that's what causes these crashes. But yeah, I was talking about the survival mode for PvP in one stream, and one of the devs messaged me on Discord, and I was talking to him about it and sent him some videos. Who knows if they'll do anything with them, but it's a great way to introduce PvP without worrying about all the fallbacks of balance and all that stuff. Sir Seller, you still play Celtic Heroes or no? Yeah, this game is very similar to Celtic Heroes in combat. It's not twitchy. It's not based on reflexes. It's all based on gears, stat points, and the random generator. I would also say I don't foresee them going down the road of pay to win. Just like Celtic Heroes, I see them having things like fashion. You already have the fashion tab in your inventory, so I feel like people are going to be buying chests, and they'll be nice to haves, like fashion and maybe other things. Maybe eventually they add mounts and you get them from chests. And I think that's how they're going to make their money. I don't think they're going to be adding things that are pay to win. One of the things I said in my interface video is I wish they would allow you, like Celtic Heroes, to turn on auto attack, not auto play, but just turn on auto attack and leave it on so you could chat and do other things. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that game. Legends of, is that an I? Idean? Idlean? Idlean? Yep, I agree for completely. Yeah, there's some people in the chat, the Discord chat, talking about, they should add a roll to the jump and make it a dodge and all this stuff. And I think people don't understand. You can't just completely change. That's a complete rewrite of the combat system. I think you make a judgment call or a decision very early on in a game like this, what type of combat there's going to be, and you don't really deviate from that too much. Nope. Well, they've said, I think they've said end of January. I think I've heard. And then sometime after the new year, they're talking about releasing some more content for the soft launch and launching it in more areas as well, so that more people can get in. I hope they do that. I think if they launch the game with just the amount of people who have tested it, load balanced it, in this soft launch, I think they're gonna potentially have an issue. But it's really hard to say. I wish they would release some numbers. And I'm going to ask this in the Discord chat too, if they can release some numbers on how many people have signed up uh, on the website and they're interested in the game. That should give a good indication of how widespread this game is going to be. Hey Getty, right now up to level 15, I would say Archmage. This engineer is pretty good. They're all playable. They're all at this level. There's none that you're gonna struggle with too much. But the Archmage is almost like easy mode, as long as you go the right spec. Um, Go down the spec where you have the stun, you maximize your damage. Nice. I am I don't know, 25% Luke. Still finishing a couple quests. Had another crash. This has been my worst stream so far as crashes, for sure. Not even close. And it might be because, as Sir Cellular said, I've been tapping the auto attack button instead of holding it down, and maybe the game does not like that. I think that Archmage was helping me. I don't think I needed the help, but well, I agree, Sir Cellular. I mean, also there's plenty of games out there that are like that, that are twitchy and are basically reflex based. And so if people want to play that game, those kind of games, go play one. There's very few games with this kind of combat that is basically like a classic MMO, EverQuest, back in the day, World of Warcraft style. And there's a big population of people who are interested in a game like this, where it's still got some strategy in it, but there's also some casualness in the combat, so you can still be chatting and be social while playing. And Celtic Heroes is the only other MMO I've played that gave me that classic. Before this and Celtic Heroes were really the only ones I found on mobile that give me that classic feel. Adventure Quest 3D, I mean, that's a classic feel if you grew up playing Adventure Quest, but too cartoony for me. And I don't think the combat's very fluid. My 10-year-old son likes it a lot, though. Oh, my weapon's broke again. Well, I'm going to have to repair. Those two deaths did me in. I don't even know if I can finish this guy. We're off to repair. Yeah, I was a little bit old to get into AQ 3D. I had moved on to, I'd say, more advanced MMOs. By the time that was popular. But yeah, I tried AQ 3D because I try pretty much everything that looks good on mobile. Uh, but excuse me for the yawn. But yeah, it was too weird. There it was always, I don't know. It just didn't seem fluid to me. Didn't seem. They were always trying to be funny with the quests and stuff. Yeah, the engineer seems like a class that is going to take some time to really figure out how to perfect it. Um, Not only time, but however they introduce the ability to restat and reability, I think people are really going to spend some time doing that and finding the calculations of where's the soft cap on, you know, putting stats and weapon for damage, and where's the cap for other things like your turret, how it affects your turret and things like that. Yeah, that's a unique thing that Sir Celio. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that in MMOs. Um, that it refreshes every hour, and then every time you buy something, which I didn't even realize this for like the first 5 or 6 days. Anytime you buy something, a new item appears. So you can kind of you're gonna see it. Once people get higher levels, you're gonna basically see people going there with a few gold and just continuously buying things until they get a legendary to spawn, and then they'll throw that on a new tune, um, to kind of power level it. I think you'll see that quite a bit. OSRS combat, though. I don't think I've played that. What does OSRS stand for? Yeah. I'd like to see some more consequence for death in this game, or oh, RuneScape, yeah. Never played that either, but the durability, I guess you could say, is a consequence of death. But I'd like to see something else, a little bit more drastic to really um, make it feel like death means something. In Celtic Heroes, death means nothing to anybody. You run out of energy, you just die, pop back up with a res potion, or res idol. Maybe they don't do res idols here, and that would be fine by me, right? So if you don't have res idols, now you have to have classes that can resurrect you, which may give some durability back. Who knows? Nobody has resurrection yet because it's a higher level spell or skill. Um, and if they don't resurrect you, then you've got to run back. That's going to take time. Maybe you get locked out of the raid if you don't get resurrected. So it adds a new element of tactics to things when death means something. You're forced in raids to group healers with everybody instead of just everybody just being in whatever random group they happen to find themselves. Yeah, the engineer could be tough in PvP, especially once people maximize the build and how effective the turrets are. But we'll have to duel because I'm not sure how that shield turret will work in PvP. I don't know, because it's basically says it's taunting, and that's why the damage is going to it instead of the person. So I don't know if it's just a shield that's always on or if it actually has to get the NPC's attention in order for it to hit it. And it's not going to get the attention of a human player. Let's see. Halfway through 14. I think I just have this quest and then to run the rest of the way north. So I'm going to have to grind it out. Yeah, they've got something similar in this. Some kind of res sickness. I don't. Now, wow, it's been years since I played that. You would run back to your corpse as a ghost, right? And then you could resurrect once you got back. If I remember correctly. Ooh, I will equip that in a heartbeat. Are you old enough, Sir Cellular, to ever have played EverQuest back in the day? We're talking. Well, I mean, it's still going on, so you could have played it any time. But when it was in its heyday, we're talking, 1999, early 2000s. And that game, that had one of the harshest death systems I've seen. When you died, you had to run back to your corpse naked and loot your body. So all your gear, your weapons, your armor, everything was on your body, and you had to. Why won't this? It's annoying. Um, Neverwinter Nights. I think I played it on the PC for a while, way back in the day, but never on the console. Trying to remember all the MMOs I played back in the day. Anarchy Online, Lord of the Rings Online. I played Warhammer, Age of Reckoning Online. That was a super fun game. Played that for about a year before it shut down. Um, that game had the most epic PvP battles, like 100 versus 100, fighting over castles. Seeing 100 people charging in on mounts, horses, and different kinds of mounts against a castle was something to be seen. What else? Star Wars Galaxies I played for a while. Oh man, that thing pulled a ton of stuff at me. Yep. Now, so again, so EverQuest. So think of that experience, but instead of being a ghost where you could just run past everything, you were you were alive, but you had no gear. So you had to get back to your corpse, loot your corpse, take every individual item off your corpse, and then go about your business. All the while, everything around you is trying to kill you. Oh, you played the very first EverQuest? You must be an old man like me then. What server did you play on? Oh man, we can get into a conversation now then. EverQuest. Um, ever experienced Plane of Fear in EverQuest? Plane of Fear was a zone you would zone into, and there was about a I don't even know a 60 to 75% chance by the time you were done zoning you'd be dead. And if you died, it turned in from a night of raiding to a night of corpse recovery. Sometimes, and here's the other thing about EverQuest that a lot of people don't know that never played it. Every time you died, you not only had your gear on your character that you had to run back to and loot, but you lost experience, and I'm talking a lot of experience. Um, let's say there was 10 bars in a level, a death might lose 3/4 of a bar. And if you had a cleric resurrect you, you could get like 90% of that back. But people would actually de-level. So you could actually de-level from dying. So if your experience was at a sliver and you died, you'd go back a level. And on those corpse runs in EverQuest, on things like Fear of Plane or Plane of Fear, Plane of Hate, sometimes people would de-level 3, 4 levels in a night, and then end up leaving their body there and have the game masters eventually come in and help them get it back if they would. A lot of times they wouldn't because it was just a hardcore game. But as hard as it was, and it made the game fun, it made the game challenging, and it got your heart pumping like nothing else I've ever played. I never did play Guild Wars. A lot of people in my clan or guild back in EverQuest days did play Guild Wars. It's not one. I was back then. I actually played EverQuest for a living. So interestingly enough, um, you know, games as far as in-game currency and selling in-game virtual items is big business now. Well, back in the EverQuest days in the early 90s, or not early 90s, in the 2000s, I believe still I was the second person to ever list virtual currency on eBay. So there was a guy on I never knew how to pronounce this, but Zagani server. His name was Exhibit, and he was a druid, and he was ahead of everybody else because he was in beta. Um, and he posted like 100 platinum or something on. I'm gonna die. Hold on, I gotta heal. On eBay, and all of a sudden it went for like $300, and nobody had ever seen anything like that before. Well, I had found with my wizard, I was able to kill these dwarfs in Butcher Block, I believe the zone was called. I'm gonna die again. Um, and these things dropped axes every single. They were guards, and you weren't really supposed to be able to kill them. And I figured out a way with my class to kill them by basically kiting them, which was kind of a new concept back then. I'm gonna die again. Oh man, I'm getting lucky. I need to chill out. And so I would kill these. I was already killing these guards, leveling, and so in my bank from killing these guards, I had like 10,000. No, maybe not that much. Maybe 2,000 platinum, and there was nothing to use that platinum for in game. There was really nothing to buy. So I made an eBay account. This is long before the eBay banned virtual currency, or any game had a concept of selling things inside of the game. Um, and sure enough, that first 100 platinum went for a few $100, and I continued to list it. And by 3 or 4 years later, I was playing 4 accounts at once. I was playing Wizard, Warrior, Cleric, and Enchanter all at once. Everything macroed up together. Um, I had clients who would request, me, hey, I want this magic sword, um, whatever it was, or go to this zone and get me this armor. And I would go get it, and I'd just make up a price. They'd send me a money order, and that's what I did for a living for several years. And then, you know, when World of Warcraft came out, my guild got into the beta, and I thought, well, this is the next big thing. And it was, and I raced to the top, dual box, the Druid and a Warrior. Was one of the first on the server to get to the top level, started to farm gold, sold one lot of 100 gold for like $50. Within 2 weeks, all the farmers from Asia, the sweatshops and whatnot, caught up to me. And then that $50 was now worth, $2. And basically, I thought, oh man, I got to go get a job because it was kind of over. And I'd already sold all my EverQuest characters, where I could have just kept making a living on EverQuest for years because I had access to all the lock zones and stuff for my guild. But but yeah, it was good times. I didn't treat it like a job. I would get up, farm something, get something I could sell for a couple $100, and then stop playing and go play Xbox or something, which certainly wasn't going to pay me any money. So it's definitely a big regret I have, but fun time at least. Oh, the trying to remember what the lizard guys were called. They came later in one of the later expansions. Ixar maybe. Yeah, I didn't play World of Warcraft for quite as long. I met my wife probably about a year into it, and not counting the beta, and just found it was I was addicted to it too much, so I basically quit for her. Didn't start playing any MMO again until years later when our first son was born, and then I'd be up late with him and kind of bored, and so I found Warhammer Age of Reckoning online, and so I started to play that, and it kind of pulled me back in. And once I was done with that game, I think that's when I had my first iPad, so I started to look at mobile games. I probably tried Order of Chaos, and then at some point tried a couple other games, then found Celtic Heroes, and stuck with that for probably the last 5 or 6 years as my main MMO. Hey, it's good to make some money, Noodles. It's so funny, back in like the EverQuest days, they were so against it. I mean, they, made eBay shut it down, and then a site called PlayerAuctions.com was started to hold the in-game auctions, um, and they just didn't see the writing on the wall. Instead of embracing the idea of virtual currency, which they could have been the first and really dominated the market. Um, they were just dead set on stopping everybody from doing it. And it wasn't until years later that they kind of realized, oh, maybe we should have been a part of this. I don't know. If he was raiding, I guarantee you he was dying a lot. If he was raiding anything hard, I mean that was a hard game. Sometimes it took hundreds of deaths to learn a new end game boss. I played that too, Noodles. I remember that game. I forgot about that one. I mean, I didn't play it for long. I think I had a trial account or something, so I played that, and then when it went live, I didn't subscribe because I was already playing EverQuest, or I might have gotten into a beta um, because of kind of my status in main EverQuest and the guild I was in. All right, deliver the report. I'll go turn this in. So we've got to level 15. Barely was paying attention there. Almost died a few times fighting those level 3s. But let's look at last of our skills here. We got some stat points. I'm actually going to put it all in wounds. So I'm going to go 39 weapon, 30 wounds, 30 focus. Gets my hit points up to 1,087. So my turret should have a little bit more than 600 hit points. But it depends on what focus does to that. And then actions wise, let's get, so we get an extra 5% from that. I could add a little bit more to my turret. I could add another 10%, right? 1, 3, 1, 2, yeah, and then have 2 left over. But what can I add here? I could do extend the duration, increase the turret stats. Stun reduces cooldown. That's not enough of a percentage unless you max it out, which I don't have the points to do. I don't have buckshot. I'm not going to do maximizing energy. I think I'm just going to go with maxing out quick shot for an extra 15%. I'd rather not say as far as EQ goes. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to say a number like that in a publicly available video. I did well, let's just say that. And I could have made a lot more if I would have treated it like a job. Definitely could have set me up for life. I mean, look at it this way. Think about a game like Celtic Heroes, which isn't even a super popular game. You know, some people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on that game. You know, the whales. Every MMO that has, you know, in-game payment has whales, right? Well, EverQuest was no different, except there wasn't unlimited amount of things that a whale could buy because it wasn't sold by the game makers themselves. So as a seller, if somebody wanted something and you could get it for them, you could really name your price because there might be 10 people that want that item and the highest bidder is going to pay because it's the only item available. Not real sure why I'm even finishing this quest. I could wait and get the experience if they up the level, but it doesn't matter. It did noodles, but even in EverQuest, you know, where they were trying to stop it, there was only a certain percentage of items that they made bound. They wanted there to be an in-game economy as well, And if you bind everything to the character, um, you've got no in-game economy. All right, so let's see. That's level 15. If we look at the way I went down my path, um, use the pistol. I probably should visit the vendor, see if I can find a level 15 one, which probably would be more damage than this one. Same with this mallet. I'll do that probably before I log. See if I can get some better gear. Need to do the jewelry quest maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll go check if any are up before I end the stream. But stats wise, we went 39 weapon, 30 wounds, 30 focus. Don't know if that's the most efficient. Really would have to do some math and log about a bunch of attacks. Went all the way to level 6, spent all 15 of my action points on aim shot, adding 10, 15, 25, 40% to the damage total. Then everything else, I went down the stun path, machine smith, so that gives me the shield wall, turret, and my 5% bonus health. So let's go try out that extra 15% real quick. Go to Garrett Square. Ten people. Wow, this is the most I've had. Didn't even realize I had 10 people. So hey, if there's anybody listening, not chatting, say hello. Just trying to carry on some conversations about the game, about MMOs in general. If you have a favorite MMO, that you remember fondly, shout it out. If you're enjoying the stream, if you've enjoyed any of my other videos, feel free to subscribe. Do a quick refresh here and see how many subscribers I have now. 82, so that's not too bad. Getting subscribers is a grind in itself. Just got this engineer to max level. Went down that turret path, which is what you see right there, taking all the hits for me, which is kind of fun. We'll go down this way because there's 2 ring bosses this way. So the shield turret, you launch it, starts pulling aggro, and they take the hits. And you launch your weapon turret. And I've got my stun as well. Hey Eddie, what's going on? You currently playing Warhammer or waiting to get into the open launch? Another crash. Do I have the patience to log back in? Let's see. See how long it takes. Do want to check these ring bosses, see if I can scoop a couple before I go to bed. It's not too late yet. Yeah, it's fun, Eddie. You can do you play on an Android device or do you play iOS? When I say play, I guess I mean do you have? Since you said you don't play. Take a second to get logged back in here. I gotta have my character timeout first. And hope he doesn't die. This is, I don't even know, fifth or sixth time during this stream that I've crashed, which is probably a new record for me. I think I started this character a little bit after 9 today. Took about a half an hour break. So let's call it 2.5 hours to get to 15, maybe a little bit less. Probably a good 20 minutes of that spent relogging back in after a crash. Yeah, I agree, Eddie. The closest thing that I would say comes to this is Celtic Heroes, which is another VR title. Have you ever tried Celtic Heroes? I heard the ARG, which means I died. Died another death from crash. But it's like this one. It's very similar to classic MMOs, Celtic Heroes. Very grindy. Soft cap level is 220, but you can go higher than that. My ranger on that game's 234, level 234, I believe. Currently, I think it's halfway through that level, and he's been 234 for about 8 months. So once you get up to that level, you're not leveling very quick anymore. I should really go visit my... Ooh, we got a boss up. I don't know if I can take him or not, but we're sure going to try. But I don't want to take him from that side, because then I have to fight that guy too. I want to come over here. Gonna wait for my res sickness. Wish I had some higher level weapons, but which we got left here? 20 seconds. So let's see. I'm gonna lay down my gun turret first, which is gonna pull the guy. Then I'm gonna lay down my taunt. Hopefully it doesn't. Come on, get that taunt off. Get a stun in. I don't like my chances here. Oh, get the taunt, get the taunt. Ooh, we got him. That was a tough fight. We got him, though. Look at that sliver of health. I should have equipped a medium potion. Oh. Oh, this guy's going to try to come and get me. Sliver of health, and I got that shield out. Let's see. How are guilds going to be any PvP zone? So, right now, actually, I'm not in it in this character. So they're just testing out. They're called regiments in this game. They are just testing them out. Right now, it's all you can do is get in them. Once you get in one, you can just chat. I don't know what else they have planned for clans or regiments rather. PvP, you can duel right now in the city, in the main city. They've said they probably would be looking at PvP in the future, but no timeline yet. So we'll see. I mean, you got Celtic Heroes that's been out for 8 years, hasn't always been under VR's control. It was OTM before that, and it has very little PvP. It has an open arena and has dueling, so it's never been their focus. So we'll see. Maybe that changes with this game, and they institute some kind of a PvP system. I don't even know if that's better. Let's see. Wounds +4. I think I got to stick with that blue necklace that I had gotten. I can't believe I survived that fight, though. Here's how you can run through mobs. Throw your turret down and then hustle away. It doesn't look like the other jewelry boss is up here. Let's see. Let's go to see if I can get a level 15 weapon. I gotta remember. Was the dwarf in Garrett Square? There's a female. Yep, over here. Let's see what we've got in the engineer shop. I like that. I'll take that. Nope, not losing 3 wounds. Junk. Junk. Need some level 15 stuff. Level 13 +8. But we lose focus and wounds. Tough call. Let's see if we can get... Did I just change that refresh by doing that? Oh, what's this guy? Let's snatch that up. Let's see if we use it. Ooh, a purple. Let's snatch that up. What else is low cost that we can purchase? Nah, I don't want to lose 2 weapon skill. Get a blue and it's a level 3. You kidding me? Can I just get a level 15 something or other? Too much. Ooh, we'll take it. We will take it. So if you buy something like that, is it always as... Nope. Alright, I'm getting a little bit out of hand with how much I'm spending here. You get very little of this back. Alright, let's see. I gotta figure out what I'm actually gonna keep. Did they augment the back size? No, it's still 20 slots out of 20. I'm sure you will be able to get more bag space, but I think it's going to be, it says add more bag space and it opens the store, which is not open yet. If it's anything like Celtic Heroes, which it may not be, even though they're both VR games, you can buy bag space directly with Platinum if that's going to be the currency in this game, or they'll come in chests and then you'll end up finding them in the auction house later on in the game. So we lose 2 weapon skill here, but we gain 7 armor and some resists, which I think is worth it. Oh, I don't want to be in here. I want to be in the, well, let's see. Where's those weapons? That's going to be a big damage increase there. I do like this legendary, which I'm not going to sell this. You never know. I wouldn't, if you've got bank space, I wouldn't sell any legendaries or purples. You never know if they add something at some point where you can break them down or upgrade them or something. I believe I also got a better hammer in that. This blue I probably can sell or give away. Let me go in here and sell. Get rid of stuff. Don't need that anymore for sure. Those I need to equip. Oh, is that hammer I bought? What is that hammer I bought? Oh, that's a... I can't use that. That's a rifle. So let's equip this again. So now... I don't know if I've got a gun that's better. That one's... I think 14 is worth losing some stats. So we're going to keep that one. Inventory management is really kind of a pain. Quite a pain this early in the game. I want to be in here. I want to be in the shop. Got all this junk by trying to buy it from the vendor, getting it to spawn more. I got a couple of decent items. Mostly junk that sells for a fraction of what you paid for it. Not worth losing wounds for. Alright, let's check those out. Gonna go see if we can find another ring boss up. Jewelry bosses. Now we got some upgraded equipment. I always forget what this first one is. Pathfinding, let's see. It's up in that area. I might have a map up. Yeah, here's my map. So, yeah, it's way up there in the corner. .321 normal hit. Not bad. I don't remember if it's... Not in that corner. Must be the next one. This is why the engineer is so fun. Look at that. These turrets are back there just holding those guys down while I fight. Oh no. What did I hit? I need out of this screen. Turret finally is dead, so my shield turret and my weapon turret took 3 of them out while I just kind of stood back. I should have put my turret down first before doing that. Sometimes that second turret can be a little bit temperamental to get out. So you can see my shield turret's taking all the hits. Still never got my weapon turret out. Alright, so equip that ring. What's next? Go to Garrett Square. Move my map to my other screen. How do you know soon? Just based on what they've said, Claude? I don't know if you're still on. Sir Cellular, do you mean in Celtic Heroes? What server am I on? If you do, I'm on Erewhon. Same name. And I play a ranger in the Dawn Guild. Or clan. I don't think this guy's going to be up since there's a level 15 meandering about. Oh, camped. Yeah, this guy spent some time camping gear. All purples and yellows. Alright, what's the next one I want to look for? Dog, maybe? I'm light on heal potions. Very, very light. Alright, level 15. Got okay gear, mostly in level 3 gear. And I'm going to go in here and see if the name dog is up. And he is not. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. I'm going to park up here. That way next time I log in, I can check. Pretty fun class. Definitely has some some merit. It might be a class I play. Come the live server. I really like the turret system. Gives you really something nice to manage. Little clunky to put two down at once. A lot of times it seems like I'm having to click several times. Could be an emulator issue. Could work better on an actual device. Could be a trick to it. I don't know yet. But if that gets worked out, um, very very viable class for soloing. That jewelry boss I did that gave me the neck. That's not an easy solo. I was able to do it on my Archmage with ease, but that's the Archmage, and I was able to do it with my Warrior Priest, most likely because Stoicism is not working as intended, and he regens ridiculous hit points. But any other class I've played, no matter what spec, um, I don't think there'd be a shot at soloing that guy at this level, unless you had all legendary gear or something. Um, and I think I had a level all lower level weapons when I did it, and I didn't execute perfectly either. So he could have probably done that a lot better. But yeah, I'd say try the engineer. Um, oh no, Sir Celio, there's only one server as far as I know in the beta, so you should have been able to find me. I think there's only one, isn't there? Later, noodles. Okay, go ahead. I'll can also look at what's your so Sally, what's your character name in game? Is it the same? And are you in the main zone? Ugh. A search would be in order for sure, like a filter, just to type in a name here, or alphabetical would be cool. Sir Cellular. And what zone are you in? Are you in Rixport or Marienburg? If you're just starting out, um, you're going to be in Rixport. Here, I'll port over there and see. You're in Marienburg? Yeah, I don't see you on the list in area. It's weird. Let's see. I'm just going to port over to Rixburg. See if you're there, and then I am definitely going to call it a night because I am falling asleep and actually getting a headache from being so tired. Um, area. Yeah, you were in Rixport. For sure, Seth. You know, they've said I wish they would have used the word beta rather than soft launch myself. Um, Soft launch to me means they're really load balancing, load testing, and bugs have mostly been found. But there's definitely some polish that's needed. But you know what? If they launch without the polish, as long as they're hitting it hard and we're not waiting 6, 8, 10, 12 months to get patches, um, I think that it'll be okay. You know, the main thing is you don't want to lose your audience, so they need to make sure there's enough content to keep people busy for quite a while when the game comes out. Otherwise, they could lose a lot of the audience. So I'm going to end it here. Um, this was the engineer video. Leveled him up to 15 turret spec. Not sure what I'm going to do next because this was the last class I had to play. Um, may just take a break for a couple days, play around, twink out some guys with some legendary gear if I can get it. Make sure I got all the jewelry on the different characters, um, and then we'll see. But yeah, I don't know, Seth, what the cap is, but I don't think it's fully implemented yet. I'm sure there will be a cap, and I'm sure it will do something, unlock other shops and whatnot. Um, but it's not something I'm currently grinding through because I don't plan to play on this server when it comes out. I plan to pick a US based server and a fresh server that nobody is started on. But I'm going to call it quits. Um, Subscribe if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet. I'm sure I'll go live again on within the next couple days doing something, or put out some other videos. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.